Hello there, Peppermint Pals, and welcome to day 3 of our Taylor Swift Huevember. I hope you've been having fun so far. I know I have, and let's jump right into it. So the dress for today is the iconic, beautiful flowing yellow dress from her Wildest Dreams music video. Note on the dress, I try and post information about the outfit at the end of the videos. I could not find anything about this dress. I was kind of surprised because I thought it was just so iconic and so beautiful. I could find stuff about like the dress she wore in the video when she's like, stepping onto the red carpet and all that, but I could not find anything about this dress. So if you have any information, please let me know and I can post it in the description, or if you comment, I can pin your comment because, I want to give credit to the, designer of this beautiful outfit. The style that I wanted to do for today was like a 1940s vintage kind of magazine style, and so I was looking around the internet for that, and a lot of them looked very different, but they also kind of had that like almost realism to it, but not quite, and I was thinking of already having a day for realism, and I wanted this to stand out, and I found these magazines, these French magazines, covers of them, called Mode de Paris, and I thought I really like the style of those, and so I got a couple covers of them from the 1940s, and I used those and drew this picture in the style of the Mode de Paris, instead of just trying to do a general like 1940s vintage. I honed in on one style, which was so much easier, I think, and helped to give more of a consistent feel and more of a focus. This one I also had to cut out like a big chunk of it because it was, acting weird. It didn't do so much the green flashes like it did a few of them, but it also, instead it just sort of seemed to be flashing like really fast the same two images over and over again, like it wasn't recording. It just was like just flashing these images, and so I had to cut that out. It really makes me worried for, future videos. I haven't edited anymore, but, my computer's kind of old, and I'm hoping it'll withstand this project. I guess you'll know when you see how many of these come out, but hopefully all 30 will. And that's if I don't lose momentum. God, I'm really scared. Anyways, back to the drawing at hand. So lining this was fun. I used a pen I don't normally use. This one of Jazz's pens. I was, trying to match sort of the more rough edges of the magazines, and also, more they don't really have black lines, so I instead used a brown, but I used a brown taken from the color palette with, the yellow of the day. I just, went to a spot on the palette that was, more grayed out and darker and, more brown. And it looked really nice. And it wouldn't be one of my drawings if I didn't struggle to draw a hand like 800 times over. I'm really pleased with how I'm pleased with how the dress came out in general, but I'm really happy how this lining comes out, showing like all the little folds in the dress. It's something I struggle with, and I know I didn't get it perfect here, but I think, it shows up pretty nicely, like along her back there. And, since the outfits are the focal point of this project, it's really awesome that I got this so great. I love it, and you'll see how it develops, and it turned out really nice. So if this speed drawing looks a little different than the other two, it's because I actually have this one is only at 800%, like faster, whereas normally I bump it up to 1600%, because, there's just so much and I don't want it to be like an hour long. But this was already a shorter length piece, and so I put it at 800%, and then it was roughly around the same time as the last one, but I decided I didn't want to speed it up anymore because I thought, speeding up seems to be what causes all those glitches in the recordings, and I don't want to encourage any more of them to happen. We're lucky that we've only gotten it happening twice so far. So I kept it at 800, and I think it's nice. It's not too fast. You can kind of see what's going on. I wish I could do it with more of them, but I also don't like my videos being too long. It's a lot of work for me, and quite frankly, I think for me, the longer the video, the less likely I am to watch it all. And I want to keep people's attention. So that's just a personal preference. I know a lot of people do like long form videos, but I just thought it's better safe than sorry, and try to keep it, a shorter format. One thing I didn't even notice until I was just about to record this voiceover was that I forgot her jewelry. Her earrings, I understand it's blocked by her hair, but I forgot her necklace. Although looking at it now, I don't know how much room I would have had for it. Quite frankly, I'm kind of glad I didn't include them. It puts more focus on her, and it puts more focus on the dress, especially since the jewelry was kind of a dark green, and I wasn't sure if I could really fake that with the yellow of the day, but I didn't, I mean, it's hard to say for sure, because I just completely forgot. This isn't my thought process of why I didn't include it, but I think, yeah, it would have been too much of a focal point, because it would have been just so different from the rest of her, because I still use that yellow for the lines, for the shades. I even used it in parts of the background. You'll see when I get to that. So having a completely different color on there, it would have been distracting. I suppose, again, I could have made the jewelry yellow, somehow, but, I think it looks nice without it. So, I'm not honestly that upset about it. So now would be as good a time as any to explain what the little swatch symbols on each piece represent. So unlike last year where every piece had its own little symbol for each day, this one you're gonna see some repeat of the symbols, and that's because each of the symbols represents a different album or a different era. So for debut, I have a guitar. Fearless, I have stars. Speak Now is a butterfly. Red is a scarf. 1989 is a bird. Rep is a snake. Lover is a heart. Folklore is a tree. Evermore is a leaf. And Midnights is a crescent moon. I was looking up some symbols for what to do. I wasn't sure for I was looking up symbols of what people thought for each era, because some of them I wasn't so sure about. A lot of people said a dress for Speak Now, which, totally makes sense, especially a purple dress, although, since this project is focused on outfits and a lot of those are dresses, I felt like that would be, I don't know, kind of redundant and kind of confusing, because why do only a few of them get a dress swatch? So I went with a butterfly. Some people think butterfly would work better for Lover. Again, I get it, but, come on, it's Lover. It's in the title. We're gonna give it a heart. And actually, if you go back and you watch yesterday's, you'll see at the beginning the swatch I put up there is actually a heart. That's because at that point I didn't know what I was gonna do for each swatch, because reminder, yesterday's was actually, even though it was day 2, it was the first one that I started. And so I just put a heart up there for reference to use as the swatch, and eventually, you'll see, I correct it, and I have swatches for each album, each era. So this is the first one in this series that I give a proper background to, instead of just sort of a, oh no, wait, I guess I gave a proper background to Lover. It was, it might have actually been a bit more complicated than that one, because this one's a little bit of an abstracting of a, savannah scene, where that one was actually a couch, which is annoying. I don't like drawing furniture. I don't like drawing much else other than people. Sometimes I like drawing animals. But anyways, yeah, you see I erased the trees. I actually gave a proper background to this. And except for the trees, I still used parts on the yellow palette, and the sky, of course, and the clouds. I still used parts on the yellow palette. And also, you see I'm moving around the little bird swatch there. This is the only one so far that I've done that it hasn't stayed in the top left corner there, because I just thought it looked better down kind of in the bottom right. So that's it for day 3. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow. Enjoy. Bye.